So it's been a few weeks that the kids have been back in school, and I want to ask all the moms out there a very important question. How you doing? Like, really, how are you doing? And don't give me that I'm fine bullshit. Don't give me the, it's really difficult, but it's so rewarding. Okay, don't give me that. Because that's mom talk for, it is so freaking hard. I'm drowning, but if I don't do it, no one else will. Okay. And I want you to know that if you're feeling like you're drowning and like you can barely even take care of yourself right now, I get it. And you're totally valid in feeling that way because the beginning of the school year and the school year in general is extremely difficult. Okay. And I want to talk about that and I want to talk about how to take care of yourself during this time. And so if you're like, hey, why should I listen to this woman on the internet with crazy curly frizzy hair? My name is Emily. I'm not just a Brillo pad. My name is Emily, and I am a therapist in private practice who supports moms who are feeling burnt out, overwhelmed, overstimulated, and who want like a better connection with their children and their partners. And I'm also a mentor for moms who want to, slow down, embrace slow living and slow motherhood. So that's why I am hopping on here because I've been talking to so many moms lately who are having just the most stressful time. And I want to talk about it because it's important, because what you're going through is important, and what you are struggling with is important to discuss. So, I want to say that if you're having a hard time, it makes complete sense, right? The beginning of the school year is extremely difficult for many different reasons, but you're probably readjusting routines and rhythms in your home to meet the school year routine. Maybe you even have to make adjustments at work to meet this routine. You are supporting your child in transitioning schools, returning to school, having a new teacher, having new peers. You are maybe helping them, with their IEP assessments or setting up their IEPs, individualized education plan. I know it in French. The English one always makes me, yeah. IEP in French. Anyway, you're doing that. You're doing all this kind of stuff. Maybe you also have a child who has social anxiety, so they don't want to go to school or they don't want to take the bus, or you are dealing with there's bullying at the school and that you are having to work with the school or fight with the school to get the necessary things for your child. That is a lot of stuff on your shoulders. And then there's also like some nonsensical things going on that for others might be like, oh, that's not that big of a deal, but they just add to the mental load. One easy example of that would be all of the freaking themed days they have at schools now. So back when I was younger, back in my day, we had maybe three. I think we had a Hawaiian day, a pajama day, and we most likely had like a crazy hair day. Um, but now it's like there's twin day, purple shirt day, there's so many. And then you might have the added fun of having two children in two different schools, and their days don't align. So little Johnny has twin day on Tuesday, and little Joni has crazy hair day on Tuesday. So you don't want to mess those up. That is a lot to remember. And also, do you have to take out a second mortgage on your house just to get all these outfits for these all these theme days? Like what is going on? Um, if you're an educator and you know why there's so many themed days, please let me know because it is not computing for me. If right now it just seems like a lot more extra effort for everyone else. Anyway, so you got all that. You got all the school stuff. And then on top of it all, your child is going back to school and that is exhausting. They're doing longer hours, they're having to wake up early, they're having to pay attention for a long time, 5 days a week. And then they get home and after, having to manage their reactions and emotions at school for so long, they get home and they're completely tired, they're completely depleted, and they are unable to manage their emotions any longer. And so you might be running into your child possibly having tantrums. Maybe your teenagers are getting irritated with you. Maybe you're having arguments with your preteens. And you're having to really work at regulating your own emotions so that you can support your child in their emotions. So that's like an added layer to this. And then you might also be working. And what I find is that fall and winter tend to be the most busy times of year for most industries. I wouldn't say all because I don't know all, but a lot of the industries that I've been in, this is the busiest time of year. So you're also having to maybe grapple with that. And then, I'm not done. How many times am I going to say and then? And then, the holidays are coming. We got Thanksgiving on the way, then Christmas, then New Year. And when you go to the store, the Halloween stuff's already out. Okay. Right now I'm filming this and it's like September 20, what are we? September 24th, 25th? I don't know what day we are. Anyway, my birthday's on Sunday and today is Wednesday. So whatever, do the math. Okay. But yeah, so you go look at the Halloween stuff in stores and there's already Christmas stuff. I'm already trying to think about what I'm going to get everybody for Christmas. Like, come on, guys. And there also just seems to be so much stuff going on. There's events going on. There's conferences and meetings and get-togethers, and it's a lot. It's a lot. And when you're rushing from one thing to another, it can feel like you can't put anything down because everything's important. Everything's essential. There's no time for you to actually figure out what's important and what's not important. And so I get that you maybe feel like you're drowning, like there's so many things on in your head that you have no capacity to really handle much more. And I understand, and you're valid. And I want you to put some of it down. You're carrying way too much. You were never meant to carry this much. It is too much. So what I would like you to do is to stop and pause for a second. Not this video, but your life, okay? Take some time. It doesn't have to be a long time. Just sit with it and like look at all the things you're doing. Look at all the places you are overextending yourself. Look at all the ways that you are pushing yourself. And I want you to try and nail down what is essential to you and what is non-essential. And so a good way of doing this is going by your values. So what do you value most? And put those as the priorities, and what you don't value, they don't need to be priorities. And what that can look like is you value family. So making sure your child is having their IEP in place for school and that they're able to attend school and that, you're able to regulate their emotions at the end of the day. That's really important. But if connecting with friends is lower than that, then maybe you have to say no to a couple of work get-togethers, or maybe you have to let go of the pressure of having the perfect twin day costume for your child's school. Okay. And let go of the guilt if you accidentally send little Joni to school with crazy hair on picture day by accident. Retakes can happen. It's going to be okay. So try and put some stuff down. And I understand that's really difficult to do so. And if you're not able to right now, that's okay. Just the act of stopping to think about it is so helpful. But if you can't put anything down, at least build in times for rest, times for reflection, times for you, because you need to prioritize yourself during this season. I know you're thinking, oh, well, that's selfish, right? Like, I'm a mom. I should prioritize my kids, put them first. I get it, but no. Because when we prioritize our kids to the point that we forget about ourselves, we're not actually doing a service to our children. We're doing a disservice not only to them, but to ourselves as well. What I have found is that when moms prioritize themselves, prioritize their well-being, then they're able to better show up for their children. So, for instance, my clients who are moms, um, most of their children are not in therapy for themselves. Maybe the moms thought that they would need possible therapy, but what we found is that oftentimes, just by virtue of the mom seeking support and helping themselves, they are able to create environments and also interact with their kids in a way that improves the whole dynamic, and then the children don't need therapy. Um, and what happens too is if you, as a mom, put yourself last, like we've been taught to do, um, everybody suffers because you don't have the emotional capacity to handle your children's emotions. You don't have the capacity to handle your workload. Maybe you're going to start burning out. You start to get resentful. You start to feel maybe anxious. Maybe you have some symptoms of depression. Like, you have to put yourself first, and it is not selfish. It is actually like a thing that you need to do to serve your family. Okay. And so I want you to start seeing it as I take care of myself so that I can better support my family. I prioritize myself, my health, my well being so that I can show up fully for my family. And it's okay if you're doing it just for you too. It's okay. But I know that it'll be more meaningful for you, because I find this with moms, if I tell you it, that you're doing this also for your family. Because we tend to do things with more gusto when we're doing it for someone else than we're doing it for ourselves. So this is the first step. You're doing it for your family, but stick with me long enough and you're going to do it for yourself because you deserve it. Okay, because you are enough as is. You are a person outside of motherhood. You are an amazing being. You bring light into this world. And you just deserve to have rest because you freaking deserve to have rest. But for now, do it for your family. Okay, take care of yourself because it's better for your family. But just know that it's okay if it's just for you. Um, yeah, I'd love to hear how things are going for you. How is the school year going? Um, I know it's just starting, uh, but talk to me in the comments. Also, check out my glasses are like so askew. They're like that. We went to like a bounce house and I got clocked in the face with multiple like what's it called? Like there's like parts of it that like kind of they move with you, and they got clocked in the face multiple times. And now my glasses are like a sideways. I am askew. Is that better? Sorry if that was really distracting for a lot of you. Also, don't worry, I'm not hurt. I'm just resting on my counter. Um, okay. If ever you are struggling right now and you need some extra support, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I am taking on new clients for therapy and for mentorship. The information is all in the description below. And if you're not ready for one-on-one work, I post a lot of videos and I have blogs that might be of support to you on your journey. But yeah, take care of yourself, okay? And keep living your authentic life. Bye.